Oh, geez. Okay, we're back in New York already. I guess really wasn't keeping track here. Now, one of the things we're going to do here in New York is get a side achievement, which is, um, and this achievement is gotten when Dane Whitman, the Black Knight, kills 20 foes. So we are going to fight through the Battle of New York, at least this first part, as the Black Knight, Dane Whitman, um, and hopefully, knock out another achievement while we're at it. And as we're getting pretty close to the end of the Avengers storyline again. Right, because it's just this level and Earth's Mightiest, and then we will be done with the Freeplay run of the Avengers movie line. Cut out the cutscene here. And if you remember, this action starts with us as Thor facing Loki. So here's Loki greeting us, and this is a boss fight, so Loki's going to behave a certain way. Now I'm changing to the Quinjet because I'm trying to see if there's any sort of reward for hunting down enemy craft at this point, like a mini kit or something. I can also sort of see what's going on with the level. You see, one of the tricks here in this early section is that you've got to get Thor wandering around Stark Tower without Loki being around. So we're going to go in and we're going to go and fight Loki, and we're going to roll around to avoid people and close in, and then we're going to let the hammer down. Right, and that forced Loki down onto the landing pad here. So we're going to go and fight here now, and this is where it turns into a typical boss fight. Right, we have the mini Lokis, and we get rid of those by charging up, blowing them away. And then we have the beam struggle with the only Loki that's left. And now we're in a quick time event. So, and now we're going to throw Loki off the building. Now this is where Thor will actually have access to the building without Loki, but you need to remember to switch to him from the Quinjet if you want to make that work. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the Quinjet here to shoot the 8 Chitauri chariots. I think we needed to shoot 10 in total. In order to fulfill this section. Okay, you'll notice we're kind of flying against the grain here. Everything's flying at us rather than us pursuing it. You may decide that pursuing it is the better option, and it probably is. And of course, we don't have to worry about studs because we already have true Avenger status on this level. So we just got one left of these things left to shoot. And then when it sends us after Loki's ship, we need to remember to have Thor explore Stark Tower. Before this part of the level ends. Alright, so now we're to the part where we need to target Loki. Now, this is one of the times we could change to being Thor, and I'm trying to figure... There we go. Alright, so Thor's hammer is all charged up. So now we can also shoot the aliens as well as just hit them. Up, and we switched back. And I don't know why we did that. But don't worry, I don't screw this up enough that that we don't get the free play work done that we need to get done on Stark Tower. Okay, now we have the missile to shoot down Loki. And we fire it. And it hits. So that sends Loki back to the battlefield, but okay, remember we need to drive them off again, and we still need Thor to explore this area before we can leave. Alright, couldn't quite get to Loki in time while he was still stuck in the floor. Now we're there. Okay, I take it back. I did screw that up. So we are going to have to go back and do the work that Thor needed to do on that level. But for the time being, we'll go ahead and finish things out here now that we're in the second phase. As we have the Black Knight taking command here, and you can see once again we have to rescue the 5 people. Now last time we rescued them in such an order that the last one were liberated before we could pick up some collectibles. So we're going to be a little bit more careful this time and do things in a slightly different order. So again, we're using the Black Knight because there's a special achievement that if you kill 20 guys with him, will trigger. And I figured, why not? You know. Okay, so there's a mini kit in there, and that mini kit is related to that vent right there. So we're going to take Hawkeye out and replace him with not Man-Ape. No, we're going to replace him with Vision. Send Vision down in there into the souvenir store, pick up that mini kit, and then bring Vision back out. Okay, so then the next part of this level, is related to this bus, but these are all things that we've been to before. So what we're going to do instead, although it would make some sense to go ahead and send Black Widow up to deal with that alien. We're going to run around to the other parts of this level. And see what other collectibles we can find. Right, I brought in Spider-Man, not for battling these guys, but for activating that grapple point there, so we can rescue this person right here. and you would have had to rescue that person anyway to trigger this cutscene to blow up some cars to make the next group of people accessible. So Spider-Man and the Black Knight get blown away. Okay, now I have a choice. I can go and rescue these people now, saving the people on the bus for last. Or I could at least knock out some of the obstacles and come back here in a minute or two. Right, so I've got my created character using the Loki staff to to use the ice power to put out the flames. Assuming that he's aiming properly. He's also getting shot at by the Chitauri at about the same rate. Again, some abilities, when you activate them, make you invincible, and others don't. Alright, so now I've got the Black Knight trying to liberate these hostages over here. Which he does. Now they're just the people that are left are the people related to the bus. So I can now blow up everything in this general area for studs. Or not studs, but pick up mini-kits and things that I might be missing. Now, because this process of mini-kit hunting in this particular section is going to take a while, we're going to split it into 2 episodes. So we're not going to be doing all of it right here, right now. Alright, so we're going to have Hawkeye blow up that, so that if we blow up the other 2, we will end up getting a mini-kit. As the Black Knight balances his sword on his head. Now I'm just breaking some of these things to make sure that there's nothing useful around here. And I guess I'm destroying newspaper stands just because I can. So there's the Captain America Black Widow team-up move. There's the second fire hydrant for us to blow up. And then there's this whole storefront section. There's a lot of stuff here. So we're going to... I don't know why I'm spending a lot of time destroying stuff, but evidently, I guess I'm making sure that whatever's here there's not something hiding. Alright, so we're going to use the created character Iron Bulldog to try to break that panel. Except I have a hard time triggering it, and if I was to stand on it, the game might give me an X button prompt. to break it with the hammer, but because I'm a speed character, it also might not do that. So I'm actually going to go away from the Iron Bulldog for another character who can break something like this. That time it gave me the X indicator. And we found the second character token for this stage. So now we're going to put out the fire around this comic shop. And it doesn't look like that really achieved anything. It definitely seems like there's something that should happen here, but there's nothing to interact with at the moment. So I think it's time to okay, that also didn't seem to be doing us any good here. So there must be something else going on with that chunk of debris. There's no reason for it to just be there. We're going to hack some stuff and see if something pops up. And next time, we will continue on to see what stuff we can find up top when we send Black Widow there. And is that the collector?